welcome to the weekly roundup on SA Footballer TV with TJ,
Hughey Johnson Schroeder from Rosewater.
Hughey Johnson Schroeder from Rosewater. Let's like it. Hughey, we're on Div 4, round 18 finals footy time, an exciting time for any club that's still in the league, right?
Yeah,
Whack there for you.
yeah, cheers.
Sorry, I'm done. one cheap one each segment, alright? Look, Div 4's been really interesting in the top half because all year there's been fluctuations. That's fluctuations between 1 and 5, but the bottom 4, because it's a 19 comp, have pretty much been, assigned to their roles. Kenilworth are going down.
Yeah, they want to go? Oh, yeah.
They won one, yes, it was a cracker too. You'd suggest Hope Valley...
Two draws? Oh, buys.
Yeah, it's a tricky old... yeah, it throws you. But there was a draw in this div between Eastern Park and Colonel Lake Gardens. Look, let's get on to this week's results, mate. Round 18, some mad Mondays. It's Monday right now in the Portland Hotel. I'm just worried that teams could come through here any minute doing their mad Monday. Who knows?
Still going, except us. We had ours a couple weeks.
From what I heard, you had more than one, but anyway. Look, it upsets aplenty in the sense that, look, Edwardstown had already booked their final spot. They were already knew that they were going to be playing at Salisbury in the elimination final.
Nothing to play for.
Yeah, nothing to play for, and Hope Valley, to their credit, have run over them in the last quarter and had a round 18 win. Hope Valley 12-17-89, Edwardstown 11-10-76. It accounts for nothing, except obviously the Hope Valley boys get to finish off with a win, but they finish in 8th out of 9. It looked like it was a pretty good game all day. Edwardstown did shoot out the blocks with a 4-goal lead, but well done to Hope Valley who pegged them back.
Yeah.
For Hope Valley, the Evergreen, Duggan kicking 4, Tanksos kicking 3, Harvey 2, some singles. Duggan, Williamson and Dowling were best.
And Edwardstown, Blythe 5, Page 2. Best players are Curtis, Delcenio and Duggan. B. Duggan.
B. Duggan, not L. Duggan who plays Hope Valley. Yes. Of course, with the 9-team comp, someone had a bye. Do you know who that was?
Kenilworth?
It was Kenilworth.
Oh,
So they would have had an absolute crack of a mad Monday for about 7 days. I'll tell you one team, too little too late, but Paraka, they came good at the end of the year with some good upset wins. They've actually ended up, just trying to skim across the ladder, they've ended up on 5 wins, and I think they probably
They
won.
must beat North Haven as well,
Yeah.
2 weeks ago.
Yeah, no, really consistent end of the year, and I wouldn't think 8th and 9th will get relegated, it'll only be 9th, but they certainly showed signs that the young team started playing some better football. That was evident from the weekend. Again, Salisbury had already booked in their home final, and Paraka were too good, 17-7-109, Salisbury 10-10-70. Do we read much into those two results?
I don't know, do you?
I don't know, do you?
I don't know.
I'm asking you.
Nah, I don't know. Nothing to play for.
Yeah, it's hard, isn't it?
It's
Well,
hard.
nothing but injury. I know
Yeah.
I played
Form.
our last game, we'd already booked our home final, and we were playing at North Pines, who you could be forgiven for saying aren't the strongest B grade in the world.
Yeah.
And we ended up playing 15-minute last quarter. They blew the siren and we celebrated. Bloody beauty. But let's get some credit for the boys from Paraka. Batten kicked 6, Kennedy kicked 4, Armstrong, very good at tug of war. Armstrong, get it? Strong arms.
Yeah.
Thanks. It's a dad joke. He kicked 3. Pelenstov kicked 2. Better players Kennedy, Batten and Zolnowski, the young Polish boy.
And Salisbury goal kickers were Horges, Barmby, couple, and best players are Hull, Disable and Rowe.
Disabilio.
Disabilio.
No. Oh, yeah,
Close.
yeah. And we talked about how Eastern Park did have a draw this year. Well, that draw was on the weekend, mate.
Oh, wow.
It was at
All
Colonel
top
Lake
four
Gardens.
teams.
Yeah, they. But Eastern Park, don't worry about them. They've finished top a game and 2.5 games clear, so it didn't really matter that much. But it was Colonel Lake Gardens 10-10-70, Eastern Park 9-16-70. Eastern Park, they've said stuff it, no best players, no goal kickers. We're off to the finals. We've got a week off. We're going to go watch some footy.
Not giving anything away.
Yeah, we might go rake the sand up our oval. Colonel Lake Gardens, Fleming kicked 3, Knight 2, Rhodes 2. Better players were, yes, Rhodes, Knight and Wood. Do you watch the wrestling at all? I want to make a Dusty Rhodes joke here, but for our 6 viewers, I don't know if we've got any wrestling fans out there. I won't bother. And our only other game where, this one here, it was North Haven and Westminster at Largs North, and guess who's playing each other this week at Largs North? They play each other again this week.
No, swap over though. I think they play at Westminster's home ground tonight.
Do you reckon?
Yeah, I think Westminster finished second.
Yeah, so they do, correct. Beautifully said. So they needed to win by a lot more, North Haven, they didn't. for North Haven, so it was 14-6-90 to 8-11-59 in the Nothing Cup, call it. So we talked about in Div 6, if you've been watching every program that we make, you would have seen Div 6, every game had something on it. Yeah. Div 4, every game had nothing on it. not that teams would be suggesting that there's...
Who's that? Shut up. Is he this play from here?
That's the shut-up that was at Sacred Heart, yep. Former Eagles player, I believe. For North Haven, good to see some of these names back in the goal kickers. Matner 5, Rowie 4, Dick and Son 2. Yeah, the Dick. Adams, he would have made his family very happy. There's Bristol, isn't it? Is that
Little Bristol.
Yeah. Cocciaro and McCafferty.
Yep, and the goal kickers for Westminster to Borski 3, French 2, Easton 2.
Some pedigree there.
And best players are Bleasing, Wakeland and Reed.
Yes. So on to... you don't want to play it down because these guys are out there busting their ass, but look, we'll have a quick look at the goal kickers because it's official now. Shawnee Mansell wins the goal kicking, the Div 4 goal kicking. He'll be there on Div 3 to 7 night that I used to host. Jeez, I did a good job too. I don't do it anymore. He'll be there collecting his medal, so well done to Shawnee Mansell. Sure, probably be thinking about that's normally prelim final week. I'm sure have bigger things on his mind.
Who's Ben Fisher? Is he Westminster?
Yeah.
Is he playing with Westminster as well?
Yes. They've had some big name recruits this year. It's just a matter if they can all get them on the park this week with this snow season. You would think so.
They do that every year, Westminster.
At Tilbrook Rashid Oval. So let's get on to the games this week, mate, because we'll start with the Elim final, which is Salisbury and Edwardstown. It's at Salisbury. These two teams have met twice and have been really competitive games both times. At Edwardstown in round 4, it was the Towners by 12 points. At Salisbury in round 13, it was Edwardstown by 7 points. What do you make of this, my friend? They both got poor form in the running.
Yeah. Oh, I don't know, I thought Salisbury were going alright. A few of the North Haven boys said they were tough the other week, so I'm just going to back them in.
At home?
Yeah.
Yeah, Edwardstown have been a real surprise packet for me in Div 4. I'm going to take the Towners. I think they've come a long way from
first year.
Yeah, first year. Yeah. They've come in at Div 4 and they've paved the way for 3 or 4 teams that might follow them next year. And I reckon they've got a bit to say still this year, Edwardstown. So I'll take the Towners in an upset, I think, when 5th knocks off 4th away.
Yeah.
And, well, they played each other last week, so, I'm not sure if they were hugging and kissing at the end of the game and slapping each other on the anus, but they're back this week at Tilbrook Rashid Oval. It's Westminster, who finished on 11 wins and 5 losses, taking on North Haven, 11 wins, 5 losses. These two teams have met twice this year. Do you know who won both games? North Haven. They beat Westminster in round 9 by 17 points. They beat them in round 18 by 31 points.
Are we going confident then, you'd think?
Yep. That hasn't been their strong point though. North Haven, a bit like your boys this year, have dropped games they should have won and have been able to beat teams when they've had to.
I don't Westminster just because those big names I just seen.
Yeah. Shaddock, Fisher. They've got some real pedigree.
Who's their coach?
I wish you hadn't asked me that. Westminster's coach. Someone who played for Goodies and took players with him, didn't he?
Has he been there for a while?
No, his first year.
Oh, is it?
Yeah, so it was Paul Sherwood.
Yeah, Sherwood.
He was there. He's great, excellent old boy.
Yeah.
And he went to Anguston, apparently. You probably hear the producer saying that. I can't remember the coach's name.
Yeah.
I heard him quoted the other day. Anyway, Donaldson. There you go. And he was a Goody Saints boy, wasn't he? Yeah, so he took some Goody Saints boys with him. And there was a big rumour Tuck was going there, but I ran into Tucky before the year and he said, yes, good rumour. No, he took a year off. Yeah, he got a bad concussion in the boxing match.
Oh, yeah, I see.
It's not funny.
He tried.
Smashed. Absolute ripper of a bloke. Does better coaching than Glenelg Juniors. Did, anyway. I like North Haven. Reed, Rowe, Matner, Pacharo.
I'm going to be a lot closer than the weekend.
Yeah. Could go either way. Yeah. Pedersen. There's actually some real big names going to match up on each other. A lot of guys who play Div 1 footy.
So they can easily go up Div 3 next year, both these teams, and do very well, I think. So.
It was my prediction for the grand final before the start of the year was these two teams. Eastern Parker made a bit of a fool of me. Well, not really. I mean,
they picked up a few, right? Must have.
I'm taking North Haven, you're taking Westminster. We disagree on both of them. We'll see. I'm going to ask and go question without notice. Can you get off your phone? Westminster or North Haven? North Haven. So there you go. We'll see. Thanks for joining us on the weekly roundup of Div 4. It's finals footy. We'll see you next week.